did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry now for Justice Hill. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. They've got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Hill. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Niners' 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And some space here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jackson now. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete.
Jackson.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
49er 1st down.
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
41-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And he stopped immediately there.
Justice Hill.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check 26, check 26. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
13-yard line.
Here's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Switch up, switch up. Joker, 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 joker.
He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Play action. It's Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they give this time to the tailback. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson going up top for Miller. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that 3rd down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. From the gun, Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. On now, Tucker McCann. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. McCann's kick up and good.
Is good.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
San Francisco.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. The gun, Jackson connects with Kittle underneath, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 24-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And here's Jackson on the option. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot. On 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
2-yard line.
This is Hill. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They find some open field here. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Hill. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Brandon, sometimes just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Hill. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. They'll find Miller. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
He's brought down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime he hand the ball to a back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
McCann's got it teed up. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. That's
First down, and it's Hill again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
49er first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
No gain on the play.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
At the 1-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for Baltimore, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco,